So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up.
Now Geno on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Smith throwing again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The Giants hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. There he goes right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
46 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. Well, they've got a new set of downs here.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Isaiah Hodgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Throwing Jones. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. Touchdown, Giants! Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gmen for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Gmen now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And that's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Touchdown! Isaiah Hodgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Gmen the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They run with a second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll go down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Noah Fant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Okay,
the Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
half 18, half 18.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Detroit Johnson.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Jones off the play fake. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. We're down to the 41.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, at the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now Jones operating from the gun. He dumps it off to Barkley. No gain on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
Gano's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 43 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charlie? And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Giants 24.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go, hey.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Great.
From the 44, Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Saquon Barkley running right, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. Maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Running left is Walker. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Geno. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Teamwork.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Off the play fake. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Dom Capers. Other side. Timberland. Up we go.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Off play action. Jones. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Hey, it's a clip.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. That's to the rookie, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 56 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Giants 24.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Go, North Copper! Go, North Copper!
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Check 59, cover. Hold on.
After the interception, here's Smith. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Detroit. Cockroach. Rita.
Jones on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Barkley inside handoff. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 107 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's to his running back, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 55 yards. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point try good by Gmen. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Gmen now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On second down, it's Walker. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off of play action, here's Smith. He's got a man, complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Trying the left side with Walker. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63, Giants 31.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over first and 10 at the 22.
Here we go, here we go. On. Middle.
Throwing now, Smith. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 70, Giants 31.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Throwing Jones. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught, and he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And now here is another interception. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Smith going to throw it. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.